You know, you have managed not to tell me a single thing about yourself. Is that something you do? Put all of the attention on others so that no one might see beneath your surface?
Sometimes it is easier to stay in shallow water. Warmer, more pleasant. I like warm and pleasant.
Well, it is dull to swim in the same waters day after day, even if they are warm and pleasant. Will you not wade out deeper with me?
While your point is well taken about the efforts made by tonight's young ladies, I cannot help but feel that their pursuit has very little to do with me. So, perhaps the reason I stay in shallow water is that I too feel like an imposter.
But this is your family home.
Even more so here.
From Providence, Rhode Island, welcome to Bridgerton with Mary and Blake. It's a podcast dedicated to Bridgerton on Netflix, so sit back, relax, and let's get ready to spill the tea. Hello, everyone. Welcome back. My name is Mary Larson.
My name is Blake, and I am pumped to get back to Bridgerton, dude. It's been too long. Even since Queen Charlotte, it's just been like, or even season 3, rather. It's just been too long.
Yeah.
I'm ready to get back. Let's get back to the ton.
Amen. Amen. We are all ready. We're ready to move back in and go to the balls and see the outfits and hear the cover songs. And of course, see that beautiful wisteria covering Bridgerton House.
We even tried to grow some wisteria at our house.
We are.
I know, that's what I'm saying. We're trying to grow it.
It's not a try. It's happening. Fun fact, friends, there's an invasive type, at least for us here in Rhode Island, there's an invasive type, but then there's a non-invasive type. So I have the non-invasive type.
I wonder what they have at the Bridgerton house. Well, I know it's digital, but still.
That's pretend.
Yeah, I know.
That's called from Michael's and Hobby Lobby. And we even have those. We have those fake pretend ones. I stick them up in our kitchen.
Yeah, of course. We have them in our basement right now. I know exactly where they are.
They're gorgeous. I love fake wisteria.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, we too want to be Bridgertons. Why not? Let's have some fun, shall we?
Everyone wants to be part of that family.
All right, let's get into the show, shall we? Although, before we do that, I just wanted to remind you, if you are listening to this for the first time, please do. If you find anything of value that we say here, give us a subscribe on if you're listening to us on YouTube or you're listening to us on any one of the platforms that you have to listen to podcasts, including Apple Podcasts. And of course, Mary, we want them to go to maryandblake.com. Isn't that right?
Yeah. I mean, and that's the thing is that because we're starting a brand new season, for those of you who don't know, Blake and I are husband and wife. We've been podcasting for well over a decade about lots of different shows, and we're happy to have you here. And if you've been with us for a while, happy to have you back, my friends. maryandblake.com is your one-stop shop. We also have a Facebook community of fellow nerds like us who love all things Bridgerton and Outlander and all of the goodness. So you can head to, just go to Facebook, search Mary and Blake. And we also have a Patreon community of our beloved patrons at jointhenerdclan.com.
All right, let's do it.
All right, guys, let's do some mini plot recap because I know a lot of you just binged all 4 episodes and we go episode by episode. So here's your recap. We open and it's basically everyone is getting the house ready, getting it nice and clean. The staff is running amok, setting everything up. People are getting dressed. The ton is showing up and acting as they always do. Violet is throwing a masquerade. Now, we heard about this at the end of season 3.
Yes.
Okay, so the invites went out a couple of years ago, all right? People have been looking forward to this masquerade for a couple of years. The big rule is masks are going to stay on till midnight. Cue the Cinderella. Benedict is, being Benedict. So Violet has to pull him in and be like, excuse me, can you please be a normie for one night.
A normie.
Please just be a normie for one night. That's all I'm asking of you. Oh my God. Watching this episode, I'm like, God, being a mom's exhausting.
Oh.
Being a mom's exhausting. You think it's exhausting when they're in diapers? Hold on tight, spider monkeys.
Mm-hmm, exactly.
Oh my God. Then, okay, so it's happening. They've got like all this stuff going on. A girl in silver shows up. She's wicked nervous. She doesn't belong there. And yet you can tell she's like not ready. She's not used to this. She's not part of this world. Okay. Penelope is the new Eloise, hanging out with the queen, besties, buddies. And the whole idea is like, you better keep Whistledown going. And as long as you do, I'm going to protect you. All right. You scratch my back, I scratch yours. The Masquerade, gorgeous. What would you expect from Violet? Nothing
less.
but, right? Nothing less. It's also there's a little tension because everyone's hiding behind a mask. Everyone's hiding something. And then Benedict meets the lady in silver, and it's like every Cinderella scene. Cue the Drew Barrymore covered in glitter. I mean, right? So he's locked in. Then they end up outside for a moment, like a terrace. You know what it is? It's kind of like it's like that scene. I need someone older and wiser telling me what to do. You don't watch Sound of Music. You don't know what I'm talking about. But terraces are where it's at. Okay, go and dance. It's like Twilight. They have their little private moment. It's really sweet. It's quiet. It feels real. And then midnight hits. It's over. I don't want to show you my face. I don't want to tell you my name. And at the end, we find out the lady in silver is a maid. Boom, boom, boom.
Jeez. Unbelievable. I truly did. Like, I figured something was up because she was not on the level. You knew that immediately. I just didn't know what. And that was a pretty good reveal. I did not expect that. All right, Marvin, time for the episode details. This one was entitled The Waltz. It was directed by the Bridgerton, let's just say a director, if you will, Tom Verica. He also serves as an executive producer and Shonda Land's head of creative, as a matter of fact. So for Shonda, he is the one that's like, I'm in charge of all the creative things that's going on here for all the shows at Shonda Land. The writer was Jess Brownell, who we know now is the showrunner, which basically she's the one who's in charge of the show. If something happens in the show or if something doesn't happen in the show, it's because she decided. She also runs the writer's room and she oversees the creative decisions through all of the production and even the post-production. And in some cases, like Ron Moore or Damon Lindelof, the showrunner is even in charge of the budget of the show. Who gets paid, why they get paid, and how much we're paying. And we have seen Tom Verica in many different other episodes. In fact, he directed all of Queen Charlotte that season of the Bridgerton verse. He directed Shock and Delight and Art of the Swoon in season 1, and Unthinkable Fate in season 2, and in season 3, he directed Joining of Hands and Into the Light. Jess Brownell's other episodes include season 2 Victory and The Viscount Who Loved Me, as well as season 3's Out of the Shadows. Marvin, how many cups of tea are you giving this episode?
For our new listeners, we rate each episode out of 1 to 5 cups of tea, 1 being it's poopy, and 5. Oh my gosh. As I burn. Yeah. 5 as I burn for you. Okay.
Oh, yes.
So out of my cups of tea.
Oh, and then there's the rare 5+.
Oh yeah. I mean, that's
among the greatest television you've ever seen in your life.
Yes.
I think I have only given out 1 5+.
Okay.
I think that was for the leftovers. And that was it.
You're a hard critic.
I am a hard critic.
I would give this a 4.5.
Okay. All right. Not bad. For me, I'm giving it a 4.01.
You have to give it extra 100th.
Yeah. Because I didn't think it was... I was teetering between 3.99 and 4. But then I was like, you know what? Just for the sake of the fact that I'm getting back into the Bridgerton verse, I'm going to give a little grace. I'm going to give a little grace and say, I'm going to give it the extra 100th.
Okay.
Because I'm just happy to be here, man.
Same.
And sometimes that's okay. Sometimes that can be okay in the critical analysis, and that can paper over some deficiencies. And in my case, that's what it is. All right, you're GBG, you're good, you're bad, and you're great.
Okay, my good for this episode is our new lead lady, Sophie.
Uh-huh.
I like her. I want to be her friend. I think she's cool. She's quick. She's witty. She can hold her own.
Certainly.
I dig her. I dig this casting. I like her as a character. I'm here for the Cinderella story, so good as Sophie. My bad. This flippin' masquerade BS.
What do you mean?
Oh, it's midnight. Who is who? You've been walking around all freaking night. Oh, hi, Penelope. Hi, this person. Hi, that person. And then Penelope takes off her hat. And everyone's like, that was Penelope? That was Miss Whistledown? Like, she's sitting around trying to get gossip. And all you got on is a little mask. I just thought it was the stupidest costume party for people to act surprised about who was who.
Well,
if you're just like, whatever, we're wearing a mask. Like, if we went to a masquerade party, we'd have cool masquerades, right?
Yes.
We would still know who everyone was, except for people that we don't know
Well,
already.
like the randos and stuff.
Correct.
Or maybe even like acquaintances.
But
And
like, this is the ton. And I know that this is the first ball of the season, but you all have been knowing each other for years and years and years.
Fair.
And it's not like Miss Whistledown is like not a big deal. Everyone knows Miss Whistledown is Penelope Bridgerton.
Yes.
So I just hated how like the masks come off and everyone's like, oh my God, it was her? She was the pirate lady?
See, I thought that you were hating on the principle of the mask, not necessarily the...
No, I just think it's stupid how everyone's like, who was it? Masks off.
Fair.
And
Absolutely
all night
fair.
long you've been talking to each other.
Absolutely fair.
Oh my God.
The
Ridiculous.
we'll get into it later in the show, but the fact that everybody was like, oh my God, that's Penelope. Like,
exactly. That's what I'm
come
talking about.
on.
It was just like you obviously all know who you are.
Oh yeah. Like, yeah. No,
and
crazy.
My great is I just love Violet Bridgerton. I'm happy to be back with her in particular. I love her.
In what way? What do you love about
love how
her?
fed up she is with everything and everyone. She's just like, come on, I'm trying to throw this. She looks fabulous at her party. Like, best dressed goes to Violet Bridgerton by far. That like sheer fabric she had. I mean, garden blooming everywhere.
Worst dressed. Who's the worst dressed?
Oh, the twirly guy that they said smells.
See, I'm going to go Penelope on this one.
I mean,
you show up in a pirate costume. This isn't. We're not playing Pirates of the Caribbean here. We're at a masquerade. What are we doing? Wearing a pirate outfit.
I don't know. I mean, I'm okay with her doing something different.
I feel like that's a little self-aggrandizing. And you just show up and you're like, oh, I'm newly married. Look at me.
Go for her. Okay, how about you? What's your GBG?
All right, my good is the mask montage at the beginning of the episode when everybody is putting on their masks, getting ready for the masquerade ball itself. I think it's a good, clean visual storytelling. When they're putting on the masks, it allows you to understand who is who is wearing what, and it also, I think, gives you a little bit of insight into the characters' personality, and keeping them all readable without playing the which rich person is this, which of the Bridgertons and which of the Mondriches and who's doing what and whatever. I instead of trying to guess every 5 seconds, you already knew who it was, and I liked being able to see what they were wearing before they were getting involved.
And I liked that they ended with Sophie because it was like, person I know, person I know, person I know. Who the hell are you?
Yes, exactly. The bad for me, and this is the reason why it was going down to a 3.9 for me. I did not buy that stop the moment, everything slows down in the world, gorgeous reveal for Benedict. Like when he steps in and sees Sophie and is just like stopped dead in his tracks.
Well, I can appreciate if he stopped dead in his tracks and he was like, I know everyone here except you. That would make me feel a little bit better.
But I agreed. But I think it would have played better because, Mary, I agree with you. He knows everyone there.
Yeah.
But if he sees this girl that's kind of like, I don't know who. Like if he stopped for a second and like gave a look.
He did.
No,
and then he liked that she was looking at the chandelier.
No, it wasn't a second. This is one of those seconds where it's like you're walking and you see somebody, you kind of like furrow your brow, like, and then you keep walking away. That to me is way more realistic than him just stopping dead in his tracks, staring at this girl who's looking at the chandelier. And I get what's happening. I understand why that is happening. We're going with this fairy tale aspect. It makes total sense. But the show itself, from the very beginning, is telling you that Benedict is in this situation in his life where he's sleeping with multiple people. He's off going to parties even before his mother's party. And he's like doing all these things and he doesn't want to settle down. And he's even telling his mother, I'm just not going to get married. And they're having the rake conversation. And then all of a sudden we have the Dreamweaver moment. And I'm like, really? Really? Like that should not be, that person at the beginning of the episode, that mindset is in complete contrast to Dreamweaver. Why? Why is that happening?
Because you just got to wait till you find the right person. There's so many people who are rakes. Have we not learned our lesson? They're rakes until they find their person.
Yeah, but no, I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
That's okay.
I buy it if it kind of happens later on. Because then at least he gets to know her and see how he's different a little bit, how she's different a little bit. But I don't buy it like he just locks eyes and that's it. The great for me, though, and I don't know how you could not give this the great, and not you, Mary, but the royal you, the royal we, if you will, the production design and just the flex of the masquerade ball itself. It felt very Phantom of the Opera to me. And just, yes, I know, it's because the whole masquerade thing, I get it. But it just, the flower and set dressing porn here was on fire.
There literally was fire.
Sure.
Yeah.
Whatever. Like, it was awesome. And it just, remember how, like, I think it was like last season where it just felt like there isn't like Bridgerton magic happening in this episode with the dancing and the choreography and the stars on the ground. And it just felt like, ooh, that's some Bridgerton magic.
That's because Violet planned this one.
And then, of course, the terrace scene. That whole dynamic between the two characters. It was quiet. It was intimate. It felt real. It felt like one of those moments where you do meet somebody for the first time, and you're just kind of intrigued. You just want to know more about the person. And I really liked that. That was my great. All right, Marvin, you ready to get into the music of this episode?
Yeah.
All right, let's see what we got. All right, this one is Life in Technicolor, Mary. Original by who we know did this song?
Coldplay.
Yes, Coldplay. This version of it is played by the Vitamin String Quartet, the veteran of the Bridgerton verse. It happens right at essentially the beginning of the episode when Sophie arrives at Violet's masquerade as the lady in silver, taking in the house, the sparkle, and of course the scale of it all. And for me, it feels like this is more like you've stepped into the story for Sophie. Mary, how does this make you feel?
Yeah, no, like it's of course got this like nice upbeat tempo that is kind of just driving you along. obviously just the word Technicolor. We go in there, we're just blown away by the flowers, by the costumes, by everything. And I especially loved, like, right as this was beginning, right before, you know, the guy who drove the carriage was like, all right, you're gonna like just follow this big group in.
Yeah.
You're gonna sneak right in. And to me, like, you know, being a marching band nerd, like I can already kind of like feel it and like tap my beat. So I love that she just kind of like followed in step with these people to begin.
Right. Does this feel like this also is commenting on Benedict at all too? Just how he right now, I guess, is seeing his world. Like it just everything is just
so. I didn't get Benedict in this.
Okay, yeah.
But if you did, that's great.
No,
for you.
that's okay. I got it. I understand. When I think about it, like as you were talking about Sophie and how it's just bright and propulsive, that kind of feel.
Yeah.
It almost feels a little bit like Benedict's thing, where it's just like he sees the world right now in a way that is just bright and vibrant, and it feels just a little bit more off edge than everybody else. Does that make sense?
Okay.
Yeah. So that's something I got out of that. All right, the next one.
The next one's my jam.
Oh, yes, absolutely. Of course it is. Here we go. Let's get it. This one is, you know what? I'll even let you say it. Here it is.
DJ's got us falling in love again. Yeah. Yeah. Usher.
All right, go ahead, Marvin. Why don't you tell us about it?
So this is the Masquerade's happening. Benedict, you know, talks to Sophie and says, like, let's chat, let's dance, let's like figure this out. And she's like, I don't know how to dance. All right. So, yeah, this is the whole part. And I just love it because the DJ, the music's got you falling in love, feeling the beat, everything. It is literally a song about falling in love. And it's just adorable. This was just, I love when Bridgerton does this. They know who their target demo is. They know that we were dancing to this sweaty, sticky floors, trying to see who we were going to fall in love with maybe that night. But taking it to the strings aspect, classes it up a little bit. And I like that. Yeah.
Makes you feel a little bit better about yourself.
Less sticky floors. Yeah. I was actually thinking that. I'm like, oh, they're dancing to Usher and they could pick their feet up off the floor because it's not stuck of sugary, boozy drinks.
Oh, man. First of all, I know this is Usher, obviously. But I also know that this song features Pitbull.
Yeah.
Out on Pitbull.
That's okay.
Out on the Pitbull life.
That's fine.
There are people that like cannot get enough.
I'm not one of those
and
people,
I just
so
don't
that's
see
okay.
it. I know, thank God you're not.
No, I love it. I think it's a perfect thing, you know. And if you don't know this song, if you didn't get down in the clubs to it, you would just be like, "Oh, this is a fun, nice little song." But those of us who knew, we're like, "Yep, this is where exactly what's happening."
This is when everything begins between these two. Like, this is it, and it's a good song to choose from.
It's perfect.
So, but Mary, in this case, the question I have for you is, like, do you like when Bridgerton is very on the nose with their picks?
I am, because I smile.
Referencing.
No, I love it. I love the on the nose. I love it because, like I said, if you don't know this song, if maybe this wasn't your jam, maybe you're a little older, a little younger than me, you could just be like, what a fun song. Wow, it's got a nice beat. It's got some like romantic kind of harmonies going on with it. But it's a wink to us. Shonda knows. These people know. Mm-hmm. And they're just like, here you go, young Gen X, elder millennials. Here you go. You're welcome. We see you. And
this was Shonda doing her best Avatar impression. I see you.
Yes. Yes.
All right. The next song here. Let's see what else we got on our list. The next song, of course, Mary. Well, it is "Never Let You Go" by Third Eye Blind.
Which this one happens. Lady Danbury's like, hey, I'm getting old. I want to go home.
I love this.
Please let me go home.
Oh. This should have been in my GBG. It really should have been. I loved this scene. Because we as the viewer... all right, so let's just Yeah, this is
this is when she's asking,
yeah,
and,
hey, can
and
I go
Queen
home?
says no.
Yeah.
It's also when Benedict takes Sophie to a private dance lesson. So you've got the two different things. Never let you go. Never let you go. I'll never let you go. This is the Queen saying, no, Danbury, you can't go. But then also we get the little double bit where maybe this is about how Benedict's never going to be able to let Sophie go. She's never going to leave his mind.
Yeah,
The Lady
I
in
have
Silver.
I have thoughts about this. I have thoughts, but this absolutely should have been in my GBG. Not the song, but the scene between Danbury and the Queen. That was such a great scene because we as the viewers have the context of their relationship.
Thank you, Queen Charlotte.
And you think that Danbury and the Queen have this relationship where it's not equals, but it's like we get each other.
Yeah.
And Danbury came into the Queen's life willingly to help her. The Queen was obviously very thankful, gained a lot from that relationship. And you would think that because she has such respect for Lady Danbury, that she would acquiesce to that kind of request.
I don't think the verb acquiesce is part of the Queen's vocabulary.
No, she is disinclined to
Yes.
acquiesce to,
Thank you,
to her
Pirates of the
proposal.
Caribbean. Correct.
And you think just because they're friends and they get it, that the Queen's like, yeah, I get it. Like, no, I understand. And the way that they shot it, the way that they framed it, it just felt right.
Yes. And it made us kind of be like, oh my gosh, is she going to say yes? And
Yeah.
we'll, no.
Well, I don't even think I questioned it. I had an expectation that she was going to say yes. I expected it. And then she thought about it and she looked at it. She had this smile and smirk on her face like she was, and she went, no.
Yep.
And that was it.
That was it. Love it.
Such a
Love
great
it.
scene. I loved that scene. Couldn't get enough. All right, that is it for the music.
Can I have an aside about that scene?
Yeah, sure. What?
So first episodes of new seasons sometimes irk me.
Oh, no, not sometimes.
Oh, let's be real.
I would say all of them do.
I'd say that pretty much 85-90% of first episodes bother me.
Yep, absolutely.
A large part of it is like the slow build up.
Mm-hmm.
But for this episode, what irked me is, and I just gave a friggin' eye roll because essentially this is a pretty much season 5 of Bridgerton if you include Queen Charlotte, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But sure, let's even lowball and say it is season 4 of Bridgerton. They spent so much of this episode reminding us of who people are, their roles, where they've been, what they've been up to. Oh, and then Anthony, they had their baby in India, and da-da-da-da-da. And here's Lord Featherington, and I'm his grandmother, da-da-da-da-da. And I'm this mom, and I'm that mom. We've been friends for so long, and you're the queen. And it's like, it reminded me of Harry Potter, books 1, 2, 3. Maybe even, not 4. Not 4. 4 is where they change the game. Where it's like, Harry was an orphan. His parents were wizards, and he grew up with muggles. And you're like, JK, I'm on Prisoner of Azkaban. You don't need to remind me about this, okay?
If we don't get it by now.
Seriously, throw me some Birdie Bots flavored beans and just jump in, man. And that's how I feel about this when they have to remind us all this stuff. This scene made me feel a little awkward because I didn't know if it meant that the character of Lady Danbury and the actress are trying to have their exit of the show.
Oh, yeah.
Because obviously, we don't see, friends from season 1 anymore. And I just didn't know, is this because the actress is kind of done? She's like, okay, I've been with Bridgerton forever. I would like to go do my own things. And maybe if I do this slow escape, that the show will let me leave and move on. But of course, it's also within her character. So I just didn't know if that's what was going on. I would much prefer this, making sense that a character's not there. But yeah, I just need to say that it kind of irks me, the conversation, because I don't want to lose Lady Danbury.
Yeah.
And I just don't. I'm sorry. You need to stay here forever.
So we were the queen in that aspect.
Yeah. I was giving a big
You're not
no.
going.
Exactly.
You're not doing it.
But I also was just bothered in this episode of
Yeah, when the exposition is pretty thick. It's hard to get past it.
It's unnecessary. It's season 4.
Yeah.
How many of these friggin' kids have already gotten married? All right.
Yeah.
Like, we're here for a reason. If people don't know who's who, you should put a little thing in the beginning. Watch the first 3 seasons, please.
Right. And Mary, you've already described it, but for those who don't understand the concept of exposition, it's just a tool that writers have to use in any project. What it does is it is lines that characters say just to catch the audience up to knowledge that they may not already have, but need in order to understand where the story is going, or the situation that they're in, or how the situation came about. Which, again, makes sense. The perfect use of exposition, Mary, we all know this, is Dino DNA.
Mm-hmm.
It teaches you in a
but that's fine. This was not.
This was not. This was, oh yes, Anthony is in India. It just, there needs to be more creative ways that exposition can be laid out.
Correct.
Right? When characters have conversations that we as the audience know, that they as the characters already know the answers to, it's not there for their benefit, it's there for our benefit. And that is, like, as you know, Mary, I love chocolate. Like, no, let's do something better. One thing I do want to ask you, though, Mary, is Lady Danbury and her brother both choose to be Zeus. What are your thoughts on this?
You mean to tell me that you guys didn't talk about this? Give me a friggin' break.
But what does that say about them? Right? Like
that they use the same costume designer, first off, and that person thought this would be a funny game.
Yeah,
you know
that's
what
true.
you would look amazing in? You should be Zeus.
This was the first instance of that game that wives play on their husbands.
Which one?
Where they all wear the same, they all set their husbands up in the same outfit.
I don't know about this game.
You don't know about this game? Oh, so if you have a group of friends, right, and all the wives, they get together before the event, and they say, oh, honey, I bought this outfit for you. Oh, I really think you should wear this. And it's like, if it's a summer party, it's a Hawaiian shirt with shorts and a pair of sandals.
Okay.
And all the guys unknowingly show up in the same exact outfit.
Yeah, no idea.
That's what that is.
I mean, it was kind of I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of a weird thing for me because at first, like, I thought when I saw them both, they're dressed the same. I just thought, oh, cool, it's like a brother-sister outfit, just like how Penelope and Cullen are pirates. Like, this is really cool.
Yep.
And then for them to be like, I'm Zeus. You guys are literally matching. You have the same friggin' costume on.
Right.
Give me a break.
And it feels, I mean, just on the subtext of it, it almost gives you the sense that both of them think that they're in charge.
Yes.
That they run the joint.
Yes.
I am more inclined to say that Lady Danbury runs the joint.
100%.
And I am disinclined to acquiesce.
I would have loved it if he came as Hermes and she was Zeus.
Yeah, that would have been
like,
cool.
oh, are you a different goddess? And she'd be like, no, I'm Zeus.
Yep.
Boom.
Do you think that the suits, if you will, or the masks or the costumes that the characters are wearing either tell us about their personalities or tell us where the story is going for them?
Ooh. Both?
Fair. Absolutely fair. And the reason why I bring it up is because obviously the Mondriches, the wife, is wearing Cleopatra. And I don't think it makes it explicit what her husband is wearing, but it's either Julius Caesar or Mark Antony. Either way, it doesn't end well.
Agreed.
And I wonder if that is just a little bit of
foreshadowing.
Well, not even foreshadowing, but just something that's like, it's hey, we're gonna build this up here,
okay,
and we're gonna give you a clue on what's happening.
All right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
And of course, and if we're taking that at face value, then we have the black and silver of Benedict and Sophie, which to me says that they're obviously very polar opposites. He is the one that is, let's say, taking in all of the light, and the light is dying within him. because black, as you know, Mary, in this exposition dump, black is just the absence of color. It is not a color, right? It's just the lack of color. And white is all of the color. But I mean, here it's silver. I get it, but just go with me, right? And she is like sparkly and things are just shining and glistening on her. And it shows the dichotomy between the two. Though in reality, it's kind of the opposite, right? Because she's a maid. Yeah. And he's in the ton. And the ton is glamorous.
He's number 2.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know. Just thought that was interesting. Which to me, are we going to get more of the upstairs, downstairs vibe in this season?
The vibes of Downton Abbey that immediately came in the beginning of this episode.
Yep.
We need more of this. Now, of course, we're seeing this because one of the leads in this season is a maid. So we have to have the upstairs, downstairs dynamic. But we've now spent so much time with the Bridgertons, with the Featheringtons, and gotten to know some of their staff and to see what a major role that they play to really help make sure these families don't fall apart.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. Yes, please sign me up. We obviously know that Violet and her children treat the staff very well. So it'd be nice to kind of have that dynamic. Now, obviously, I don't need to go into their love lives and all these kind of things, but I loved it. I absolutely loved, hanging out with Miss Wilson and seeing her with all of her sassiness, talking about all the desserts. And then we get to go see the desserts in play. I loved too, how they had those little cake balls or whatever.
Oh yeah.
And she was saying, oh, and why isn't this upstairs? And didn't I tell you, don't put this? She said specifically, don't put the cake balls near the dance cards. And the idea most likely is that people are going to bump into it, right?
Sure.
What does Sophie bump into? The cake balls.
Right.
And they weren't anywhere near the dance card. So I just thought that was so funny.
Of course, it was Sophie, the one that is the downstairs girl that bumps into it. That I thought that was interesting. And I think it's probably very intentional, Mary, that the first scene of this new episode and of this new season is the preparations of the party, and like that one shot of the preparations of the party, because it definitely mirrors the one shot of episode 101 of Bridgerton of Downton Abbey. That famous one shot opening scene. I think that's very, very much by design. I will say, Mary, as it was happening, I was like, why are we spending all this time with the downstairs people? I don't get it.
Yeah.
And maybe it was just because I was letting the whole Bridgerton thing just wash over me.
You were like, why am I down here with the common folk?
I don't deal with
I'm supposed to be upstairs with my tea, not watching it be made.
Excuse me.
Oh my God.
We don't do with pause in Bridgerton.
Wipe your muddy foot and get on with it.
Oh man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I need to go on a little hate spree.
Okay, sure. What do you got?
Benedict. Like you said, he went to the party before the party.
Yeah.
To go get a little drink. When buddy, you've got enough booze at home. But he wants to have a hookup. He doesn't care who, which, where, why, how.
It's what he's got.
It takes him 50 friggin' hours to unbutton his shirt. He walks into the orgy, just is unbuttoning his shirt. For no joke, the entire time it takes him to walk through the whole building. It was so drastically annoying for me to watch. Why? Why are you having him unbutton his shirt?
Too many buttons.
Yes, and
couldn't he pre-unbutton?
Yeah. And what are we doing?
You can pre-game this.
God. And then when he's, I just can't. Stop touching your buttons.
Yeah,
Maybe it's his fidget.
What do you mean?
People have fidgets, they do stuff.
Oh, okay.
But I don't know, it just took him forever to do it. So, and then he just makes out with that random dude. Oh, I don't have time. Oh, some things can be quick.
That's what I'm saying. When the show's math is telling you Benedict is this, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, he just stops and stares at Sophie. Is it romantic? Yes. Can it happen? Absolutely. Should it happen? Definitely.
But why do we need the hookup unbuttoning session?
We didn't.
Why do we even need him to be in a throuple? Why?
But whatever.
I don't know. Like, I don't. Here's the thing. I think the show is really trying hard to make us feel like he's a rake. It's freaking doodling Benedict. Okay. Come on.
But even then, Mary, I can buy it.
I'm gonna hook up with the dressmaker. I'm gonna hook up with anyone. I'll hook up with a dog.
Like, basically, that's how I feel. Like, honestly, you'll hook up with anything that has a pulse. So why am I supposed to feel special that you make oogly eyes at Sophie?
That's what I'm. You know what, Mary?
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
That's how I feel.
Yeah.
Because
have him sleeping and have him just wake up next to people. I don't need to go on the unbuttoning makeout spree.
and they did that, and fine. And I'll buy the throuple. I'll buy all the things. But that's why I'm saying the show doesn't earn that moment with Sophie. It doesn't earn it. It just happens because it needs to happen. Right? The show needs to get the something rolling here early on to get Benedict on the path that he needs to get on. And it's just like, okay, well, we got to do something, so let's do it now. I wish there was something more. Like, it was handled in a way that was like, she caught my attention. Okay, like, that person's different. That's weird. And then there's a conversation or something happens, and then we get the terrace moment, and then I'm in on it. That, to me, makes sense. I don't know. One thing, though, Mary, that I absolutely loved and I was surprised by is the role that Penelope is going to play. Because now everybody knows that she is Lady Whistledown.
Yeah, it's so weird.
Right? She knows.
So
like,
awkward.
everybody knows. So all I could think about, well, first was when she is in the, like, you know, she's playing the wallflower, and those dudes are just saying, like, the random stuff about who they're dating. I can't remember what it was. Whatever. Who cares?
Oh, somebody's mistress.
Yeah.
And this and that.
Stats for nerds. Like, it's whatever. It's something juicy. First, I was like, how? Don't they see Penelope there?
No, because Penelope has the best costume.
Apparently
Obviously, she's literally blending into the wall. Nobody knows that Lady Whistledown is here in the biggest friggin' hat. Like, if you want to be inconspicuous, Penelope,
don't show up wearing the biggest hat.
Don't wear a 5-foot
this side
hat.
of Napoleon.
Oh my
right?
God. She's like that cartoon character, the Western guy from Looney Tunes that wears the really big
Yosemite
hat.
Sam.
Yes. She shows up as Pirate Yosemite Sam, thinking she's under the radar.
Oh,
Give me
man.
a break, Penelope.
But apparently,
stand here.
Little did we know, Mary, that she, in fact, her earliest career was she was Sue Storm. She can be invisible.
Here we go.
But what I'm saying is, okay, fine, whatever. The show wants me to buy that nobody knows that this is that
But
was
they should
Penelope.
have had her wear a wig. It was
Something.
that I don't even know, because that
Anything.
hair looked super like her color. So even if it was a wig, they should have had her in a black wig.
Whatever. But what we do get, even though it just didn't make sense,
Correct.
is Penelope then taking off her costume, and then everybody's saying,
Oh
it's
my
Lady
God,
Whistledown. We have to go
her."
see her. Let's go talk to her.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. And what I thought immediately was the role of Lady Whistledown has now changed, because at the time she could go around and, like, she as Penelope was anonymous. She could be herself. She could be whatever she needed to be in order to get the information that Lady Whistledown needed. Bless you. And the difference here now is that since everybody knows that she is Whistledown, now they're approaching her. They have agendas. Yeah. And now that makes, and we even see it in the episode where she has to protect Benedict. She has to now decide, do I ruin this family? You know, do I say X, Y, and Z things? Mm-hmm. Because if I do, they're going to be SOL, right?
Yeah, and they're going to know who to blame. Yeah, it's such a weird conundrum that she's stuck in.
So I find this fascinating because now she has to dole out enough to still be Penelope, but not too much where she becomes a target, but also more than what she probably is comfortable now that she's public in order to keep the queen happy.
And that's what's crazy is the queen now comes to her saying, oh, who's going to be like my diamond? I'm kind of bored of diamonds. I want to go for the suitors. And that whole little chat session of going around the room. And it's like, that guy smells. That guy is boring. That guy's this, that guy's that. But honestly, my favorite was this guy, Mr. Lewis was his name.
Yep.
Because he did this totally random motion that I guess you didn't see. Someone was walking and he just twirled like 5 times by himself.
Did he really?
Yeah. And then later on when they're talking about him and they're like, oh, but he's smelly. And I thought, wow, it's probably 'cause he's twirling around all the time, working up a sweat. Yeah, it was just it was something that kind of like stuck out to me. But I loved that she went around and she knows all the dish on them. Why is she trying to avoid Benedict? In your opinion?
Well, again, this is the thing that is now hard, right, for her, because she's now public. And the Bridgertons are obviously a major player in the ton. Part of me believes that she is looking out for Benedict's best interest, because at least according to what she sees, which is the same thing that we see as the audience, Benedict being a rakish type person, in the show is telling us that it's a rakish type person, that going there is not going to be beneficial for him. And if she is the propulsive force behind him being either chosen as this example, or she is the propulsive force that is writing about this choice, well, now she's got to answer to it. Like, it's clearly obvious. Again, the show is saying one thing, that he doesn't want to be involved in any of this. And if Whistledown is writing about it, wouldn't you go and be like, hey, dude, what are you doing?
Sister-in-law, please.
Yeah.
Let me be.
And this also, I think, Mary, gives us another great aspect of what could happen with Penelope. And that is, everyone is going to treat her like a live freaking grenade. Like, I know I would. There is no way I'd be going around her at all. At all. Unless I had an agenda. Unless I knew that if I said something, it was going out there for a reason. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I mean, I'm glad she and Eloise are better. And Eloise is like, you're never going to write about me again. But no, I agree. Awkward situation. Will you have true friends? Will you have fake friends? I hope she becomes friends with the queen. That's what I want for her.
Well, what do you mean? Oh, Eloise?
Penelope and the queen.
Oh, okay.
I don't want it to be too dicey of a dynamic where, you're
I don't think that's going to happen.
I'm worried about Penelope. She's not going to have any friends. She has Eloise.
Yes.
And Hyacinth and Francesca.
Hyacinth knows all.
Yeah.
Hey,
so,
how about Hyacinth trying to come down?
Love it.
And just be like, I'm showing up.
I'm not surprised. They have done an excellent job growing this character over time.
Love
and
her.
having her age. And this is so perfectly in her character. Going to another one, actually, Francesca.
Yes.
Francesca comes back from Scotland with Eloise.
Yes.
And with her husband. And they have that brief little moment where her husband's like, yeah, you were kind of weird with my cousin. And then you guys didn't talk all summer. Weird. Let's live near your family now. Yes, please.
Yeah.
It was just like
that kind of feels like it's by design.
yeah, no, it's supposed to be.
Yeah,
but
no,
I love seeing Eloise happy and sure of herself. Granted, she's on the shelf.
Yeah.
I don't care. When you have 0 Fs left and you get to live La
You
Vida
just
Loca.
show up, man.
Oh my God.
I'm here
Isn't
to
that
have
a
a
great
good time.
feeling? Like that, I keep telling our kids are pre-teenage. And I keep letting them know, I'm like, the next 5 years is rough. I said, but once once you're like a junior in high school, senior in high school, you don't care what anyone has to say about you or think about you. You're just like cruising in your own lane. And it is a great feeling to have that.
Absolutely. Totally agree.
Want to talk about the Penwoods, our new family?
Yes, absolutely. Let's do that.
So I think we've got our new Featherington sisters.
By the way,
What?
the bombshell of the whole freaking episode.
What?
The mom?
Yeah.
It's Cho
Chang.
freaking Chang.
Yes.
Harry freaking Potter.
Yes.
I'm already out on her. I want nothing to do with her.
Wait, in what way?
Just don't want anything to do with her.
Because she's from Harry Potter?
It's Cho Chang. I am out on Cho Chang.
Oh, okay. Just because she wasn't all in on Harry.
Yeah, like I don't care who you are. I don't care how nice you are. I don't
She's
care
not
what
nice.
you do. Whatever. You're bad, you're mean, you're happy. The fact that you were Cho Chang, out.
But she had the best mask.
She totally. By the way, I could not hold that mask like that forever. I would. My wrist would be on fire.
It was basically pantyhose on a coat hanger.
It was. There's something inherently, I think, sexy about masks and masquerade parties. I quite like the idea of a masquerade party, just because it's like you can have this.
Have you been in a mask for a long amount of time ever?
No.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
I
I've
could
never
tell.
been to a masquerade party.
See, because I was poor, I had to have jobs. One of my jobs was the Easter Bunny at a local grocery store, because that's what you want to do with your spare time, is dress up as the Easter Bunny at a grocery store. Yeah. So I'm here to tell you, hanging out in a mask for a substantial amount of time.
Not great, Bob.
Nope, not at all. Not at all. Don't recommend.
Oh, man.
I had to go walk around a grocery store.
Well, no. See, but that's different than a mask.
No, I'm telling you, the eye holes in masks.
Did they get itchy?
It's it's just like your peripheral vision. It's really messed up. Have you ever been snorkeling?
Yes.
Okay, you know how like even just wearing a snorkel mask,
Okay.
it kind of messes you up and
Little
you
bit.
can't. Now, imagine that all you can see out of is like something the size of a quarter. Okay?
Okay. Yep.
It's really hard. I mean, even just remember, the beginning of Halloween, Michael Myers mask.
Sure.
It's just
Well, then Cho Chang got it right.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. She had the best mask, pantyhose, coat hanger, but like best one. Like that girl's been an Easter Bunny before. She knows where it's at.
Oh, that lady show. I don't think they could be any more on the level about Cho Chang here. I'm just going to refer to her as Cho Chang.
Her
from
name is
now
Mrs. Penwood.
Yeah,
but-
she's Cho Chang.
okay.
She shows up clearly all business, wearing straight black. She has 2 husbands that are dead. Like this lady, right from the jump, she ain't good.
I love it. I love it. Given those Lady Tremaine vibes.
Yes.
Cinderella stepmom.
How do you feel, Mary, about the whole this is very clearly a Cinderella story?
I'm here for it.
But you know what it kind of reminds me of?
What, Blake?
What was the book that you were reading?
A Court of Thorns, Roses and Thorns.
Yeah, where
Yes.
it was just like,
It was
this
Beauty
is Beauty
and
and the Beast.
And then the next one was Hades and Persephone. That's why I'm down for it.
See, I don't know if I can. We of course we had the glove removal moment. Oh my God, I could. Oh, can we just get you a set of gloves so I can
I'm
just
wearing
pull them off?
fingerless gloves. I look like a homeless person getting warmed by a trash can.
Our heat
I'm wearing
in our
gloves right
studio.
now.
The heat in the studio
There
is
is
not
none.
working right now.
No, and we're in like the polar vortex. It's negative 20 degrees outside. And I'm asking Blake dearly, can you please put on heat? And he just says, here's a blanket.
No, I gave you a Snuggie. I gave
This
you
isn't a real Snuggie.
Well,
this
whatever.
is a thin, this is not real Snuggie. This is not Snuggable. This is cold.
No, that's a Snuggie.
That's why I'm wearing
And then I gave
fingerless
you
gloves.
a blanket on top of that. And then you have a third blanket.
Yeah, it's very, because it's negative 20 degrees.
And a winter hat on.
Because it's negative 20 degrees. I'm cold.
Not in the studio. Let's just at least say that. It's not negative 20 in the studio.
It's so
It's
cold
probably
in
like
our house,
50.
though, that my liquid soap keeps crystallizing. It's next to a window, and that's how cold it is. My soap is not okay. Anyway, the Penwoods. I'm excited. I'm excited to get to know this family. I'm assuming that they're kind of taking the role of the Featherington sisters.
Sure, yeah.
Maybe they're here. Maybe they're not.
No, they're gonna play a big role in all of this. They definitely will.
You know who, like, I know is supposed to play a big role, and yet I just don't care. It's
Who?
the only people who had sex, the Mondriches.
True. I still don't know. I don't get it.
Same. And you know who also doesn't care? The Queen. They walk up and Danbury's like, oh, Queen, here's these people. And literally the Queen doesn't say hi. She goes, where's Benedict Bridgerton?
Yeah.
Biggest
Doesn't even
diss,
look at them.
Doesn't even look at them. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, the Queen has 0 Fs. Not only did she have 0 Fs for the Mondriches, she has 0 Fs for the mask. She's just like, yeah, I'm not showing up with a mask.
I'm not going to dress as anyone other than myself.
Right.
Why would I dress up as anyone other than me? Love
I'm the
it.
Queen
Best
of
answer.
England.
Best answer ever. Lord Anderson kissing Violet's inner wrist.
Ooh, dog. Oof.
One thing that I just need to say
Tender
that was almost
garden.
my great for this episode, my good or my great. But like I said, I love the casting of Sophie. So this was it. I loved at the very end, the last scene, she's holding her glove and you see her holding it and she's revisiting. Remember how she closed her eyes so that she could come back and revisit this magical moment anytime she wants? You could tell that's exactly what's happening. And with the most minute detail, she shifts her face from joy to my life sucks.
Yeah.
And it's
I'm
not
back.
drastic.
Yep.
And it's so quick. And I just thought, like, what a beautiful depiction of great acting.
Yep, absolutely.
It doesn't need to be over. It's just right here.
Mm-hmm.
Love it.
All right. Anything else you got about this episode?
No.
All right. Let's get into the listener feedback,
Whoop,
shall
whoop.
we? Let's do it. All right. First, we're going to start at jointhenerdclan.com. The first one comes from Angie L. She says, 4.5 cups of tea from me. I loved this.
Same as me,
opener.
Angie.
Good. I actually love the Benedict exploring his sexuality. It's often hard for people who end up in a cis-presenting relationship, and I'm glad that they are getting representation. I love that he noticed the little things about Sophie, like her staring at the chandelier.
Mm-hmm.
He's artistic, and her watching something beautiful appeals to him.
Oh, I love that way of thinking of it.
Bad. Picking Katie Leung just feels mean to be the evil stepmother. We can't be that old now.
We are, Angie. We are.
We are. And Katie Leung, yes, for those of you who don't know, that is Cho Chang
From Harry Potter.
From Harry Potter.
Who is now Mrs. Penwood.
She'll always be Cho Chang. From now on, I don't care. She said, my real bad, though, is honestly the Cinderella, Lois, and Clark trope, but it's straight from the books. So who am I to judge? The great is I love how hot Lady Bridgerton is this season.
Yes.
Her hair down, really flirting with Marcus. I love that they are exploring the sexuality of the older characters this season. I also loved when she walked into Benedict's room. She is full of fire this season. Yeah, that lady she's like, I don't care. I it's my son.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen everything.
Yep.
And then she's like, oh, yep, let's get the maid.
Let's actually get 2.
Next one comes from Teresa. She says, it didn't appear to me that Benedict was ready for marriage, just that he found someone intriguing in their society who also felt like an outsider. It was a connection that he only ever felt with Eloise in not following the norm. I think they chose showing him in the beginning going to that brothel to show that he is still the same person from season 1 who enjoys sex and drinking, but in addition, now that he's also into men. None of what happened in this episode shows me he's ready to commit, which is okay, because I think that's his journey for this season, finding himself, trying to figure out why he's afraid to commit, and what it will take for him to commit to someone. I loved the chemistry between Benedict and Sophie. It was electric. Their banter on the terrace was fun to watch, and I found Sophie adorable and bold. I wish we saw more of the costumes at the Masquerade Ball. I read how much work went into the costume department and how much they did, and I wish I could have seen more of the background extras' costumes. I loved seeing baby Elliot, who looks just like his mom.
He's adorable.
And I love that he's named after Eloise. I'm glad that Anthony and Kate were mentioned along with their heir. I know we will see them this season. I just hope it's more than 2 or 3 scenes. Lady Danbury's monologue made me emotional though I did let out a laugh when the Queen just abruptly said, no. Seeing the downstairs was my favorite part. Next to the terrace scene, the chaos downstairs made the episode go quickly, and I am looking forward to seeing more maids and servants who we've seen around but don't know anything about them, like Footman John, who I remember spent a lot of time with Eloise in season 2 when she was trying to find Whistledown. My prediction for Penelope is that she quits being Lady Whistledown by the end of the season, rating this episode 4.9 cups of tea. What was your favorite costume? Mine was Lady Bridgerton, and I am not sure who she was, but she looked like a fairy queen.
Same, Teresa.
The only costumes I recognized that really were, of course, were Penelope, which was a pirate. Eloise was Joan of Arc, I believe, and the Mondriches as Cleopatra and Antony. I'm going to say that my favorite costume, normally, I would go with Cleopatra, because I'm all about that life. History degree, history nerd, the whole way. But I'm going to go with Eloise's outfit. I thought, like, the things on her shoulders, and like I was all in on that.
Yeah, her costume was awesome.
Loved it. Huge fan.
Yeah.
All right. Anthony and Kate.
Sharma.
Forgot about that. Do you think we'll see them more than just 2 or 3 scenes?
I do.
I feel like
I saw how much they got paid this season, so I think we will.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right. Well, I mean,
I don't know how I saw those numbers. Somewhere I saw it online about how much people get, and I was like, oh, they got paid a good amount.
No,
so
your
they'll
boy
be here.
Jonathan Bailey, he's
ranking
quite in demand right
He's
now.
the most well paid.
Oh, I'm sure that he is.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Because, I mean, the guy's
it's
off
him.
doing Jurassic Park, and he's doing Wicked. And
Yeah.
he's got other
He
movies
can
that's
sing,
going
he can
on.
dance, he can do it all.
Still low rent, Hugh Jackman. I'm still going to say it. Until he tells me otherwise, low rent, Hugh Jackman.
I don't know. I'm out on Hugh Jackman right now.
Why? How could you be out on Hugh Jackman? Guy, the man floats on a cloud.
Because he cheated on his longtime wife with
Fair.
Sutton Foster.
Yeah, fair. Okay. I can get behind that.
You're dead to me like Brad Pitt.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, once these guys do that, I never feel the same about them.
I can understand the Brad Pitt thing. Absolutely.
Jennifer Aniston, bless her sweetheart. We all just want to collectively give her a big hug and a teddy bear.
All right, Amanda says, didn't love this episode. Benedict didn't seem like his usual self. 1, I find it hard to buy he is ready to meet Sophie and settle down when he is still having acquaintances, in quotes, including right before the party. Also,
I think that's how it always is personally. I think people are like acquaintancing until they find their person.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
I was.
All right. Let's calm down. This is
No, I'm saying that like, and I remember saying this to a guy that I was dating who was like, oh, we're going to get married. And I was like, no, we're not. We're totally not, man. And I said, and when you find your girl, you're going to know this ain't it. But, yeah, I think a lot of people, yes, some people go from like big love relationship to another big love relationship, but big love relationships got their own issues, okay?
No.
And sometimes you just want to have some fun, have a little company,
get a little
pre-party, a little pre-party.
some action.
But to each their own. But that's why I don't feel bad. Like, I don't think people need to be celibate and lonely.
No, I don't.
Before they meet someone that they care for. Because on the flip side, it's like, you need to get out. You need to get out there a little bit to see what's out there.
I think Amanda's saying what I was saying, where it was like, all right, he is out there doing X, Y, and Z, which, by the way, all the power. Go do what you want to do. Have some fun. But 5.5 minutes later, he's stopped in his tracks by this girl looking at a chandelier. Like, all right. If
To me, what I felt good about it, though, is that, like, it wasn't just lust, because we know he had some
Yes.
satiation right before.
Yes.
So I kind of feel like, oh, no, this is real.
Yeah, but it doesn't feel earned. That's the thing. Like, the math doesn't add up.
I'm okay with it.
Ugh. I don't know. I'm not sure if I am.
Just because you were lonely before you met me.
No, but it's not about that. And yes, I was very lonely. It's not about that for me. It's more like, okay, he was doing X, Y, and Z. Great. No problem.
I hope he took a shower.
I hope he took a shower too. But, and then just out of nowhere, we're supposed to just believe that he gets stopped in his tracks by this girl?
Yeah.
Just with the mindset that the show has been giving us, I can't see it, man.
That's okay.
I can't see it.
I can.
All right. Also, does he need to come to terms with being bi? Is he looking for a man? A poly situation? What's the deal with Whistledown? Interesting how they are setting it up to be with the Queen, and love the Eloise storyline with her putting herself on the shelf. Number 4.
I think Benedict's just a lover. Mr. Lover. Yeah, he's down to love who he wants to love.
Number 4. I'm excited for Lady Violet's love
What?
life. And number 5, Lady Danbury
Mr. Lover.
cannot go.
You know that song.
Of course I know the song. Who doesn't know the song?
Bombastic.
All right, next one comes from Leah. She says, this is my first time watching live with you both. Well, welcome, Leah. And I found both your podcasts last year during a Bridgerton rewatch, and now I can't rewatch the show without you guys. I've been dying to join in on the GBGs.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, by the way, we gotta play the new listener sound. Where's my new listener sound? Here it is. Thank you so much, Leah. My Good is opening with behind-the-scenes staff right into the family coming together. It shows a preview of the new perspective we'll see in the ton, wrapped up with many of the other familiar faces we've been missing, including Portia. A big reminder that the Featheringtons and the Bridgertons are officially family. Hopefully, that is the foreshadowing. Violet and Portia on the same side of some drama to switch it up. A part of me feels that they may have enjoyed some of that wedding planning together. I would agree.
Oh, yeah.
Wedding planning is great.
No, it's
I
not.
love wedding
I
planning.
hate it.
I know you hate it. That's the thing. Looking back, I wish we had done what you said, which is just elope.
Yeah.
Looking
and then come back and have a party on the beach.
Right. Looking back. But at the time, I loved planning our wedding. Loved every second of it.
I know you did.
All right, my bad.
I love when people would like have meetings with us and they were like, so we know brides can be particular. And I would just look at you and be like, yes, they can. And this is the bride.
Yes, they can, Blake,
Yes.
right? I don't like that coral shade. I'm
my
more
God.
of a salmon
We
shade.
need some more uplighting. God.
It's true. It's true. I wanted all the uplighting.
I don't want F-A-K-E.
F-A-K-E. None. David Totero was my hero.
So yes, I think they had fun. I liked seeing Portia wear like a deep bluish green dress, which was really neat, rather than the like yellowy citrus.
Correct.
So that was very nice.
And conceptually, that brings her into the Bridgerton family, right?
Exactly, leaning into the more blue.
Right, exactly. My bad is Benedict's cheesy rake behavior. We get it. He likes sex, and he'll do it with anyone. Kind of agree. Leah and I are kind of in agreement on this. All right, my great is Sophie and Benedict's amazing chemistry. Their scene on the terrace lived up to my expectations. Initially at the ball, Benedict was motivated by attempting to smooth things over with Violet, searching the room for someone interesting enough to please his mother while keeping himself entertained. It was only after bantering with Sophie that Benedict became invested on his own. I think this is what makes me feel like they earned his immediate infatuation. Sophie was challenging him in the way he is challenged by Lady Tilly or other not so noble women. However, along with that, Sophie has an innocence and earnestness that Benedict is drawn to. The change reflected in Benedict after the kiss feels earned, and to me, Benedict doesn't appear to be completely changed and ready for marriage following the kiss. But he is starting to believe that finding love finding love a worth settling. See, it's just written poorly. That's the problem.
Where's the I am Bart Ron Burgundy button? You're reading everything today for a reason.
I'm on Burgundy.
There you go. I just love that she's the one that did the kiss.
She definitely did.
Love this lady. I'm telling you, Sophie's just getting like all the snapping points from me.
All the snaps. I totally agree with that one.
On my terms. I want it. I'm not going to leave here without a little kiss. This was fun. This was a good night for me. I can get what I want. Have my cake and eat too.
The way that Leah is talking about Benedict, like trying to satisfy his mother, in the terms like, all right, I'm just going to do this so I don't have to listen to my mother, and I want to find somebody that is kind of interesting in order to satiate my mother's need. Yeah, I'll co-sign, but barely. Like my hand is shaking as I co-sign, because the way, at least to me that I read it, it still just felt like that. It felt like the Laney Boggs walking down the stairwell moment for me.
Okay.
That's how it felt. Did I read it like, oh, okay, this is a girl? Like it was Dreamweaver.
I'm in here for it.
I don't know. All right, so that is that for the listener feedback on jointhenerdclan.com. No voicemails today. So
that's okay.
If you do want to get in on the listener feedback portion of this show, please do write us at jointhenerdclan.com, or of course leave some voicemails. Just go to maryandblake.com, hit the menu at the top, and you'll see the connect button, and underneath that it will say voicemail, and it will come straight into our inbox. Trust me, I will not answer the phone. Though, Mary, there was this one time, somehow, some way, my cell phone was on our website. I don't know how it happened.
Oh, dear.
And somebody called my phone thinking that they were going to leave a voicemail. And I answered it. Hello. And they were like, hi? Hi?
Blake, is that real?
And they said, Blake, is this you? I said, yeah, who are you? Oh my God. I thought I was just going to leave a voicemail.
So know that won't happen, and you can just leave a voicemail.
And I still to this day don't know who it was.
You freaked him out.
And if you're listening right now, I still remember it, and it was amazing.
Love it.
It was just one of those funny moments that I still think back on.
I love it.
And I love that moment. I love that moment for me. All right, you ready for some scribbling predictions?
Sure.
Let's do it. Oh wait, no, that's the wrong one. Here we go. Oh,
it says something's wrong with it.
Something is wrong. What you know what? Whatevs.
It'll do. It'll do.
It'll do now, pig. Okay, it'll do. All right, Mary, do you have a scribbling prediction?
No, because I read this book.
Oh, okay. All right, fair enough.
So there you go.
All right.
I know the future. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that you read this book.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. All right. So here's my thought. Obviously, Benedict is going to end up meeting Sophie in the real world. But I think he thinks one of Cho Chang's daughters is Sophie.
We're not going to call her that. We're going to call
I'm calling her Cho
Penwood.
Chang.
No, thank you.
No, we're not
No.
doing that?
No,
Okay, fine.
thank you.
What's her name?
Mrs. Penwood.
Penwood. Okay.
You can even call her evil stepmother if you want.
All right, evil stepmother. I think that he thinks one of her daughters is going to be Sophie.
Ooh.
And I think that he's going to go all in thinking that
He's going to
one
pull
of
an
them is her.
Anthony.
Right. But like not Anthony did it with the best intentions. Well, no, he did it because he was trying to satiate his mother, but he didn't do it like poorly. Like it's going to be a play on this.
Okay.
And he thinks, and Benedict is going to think, okay, this is Sophie. Great. But then something's going to happen where like Sophie shows up but he doesn't know it's her. And he ends up falling in love with her, not knowing that it was her. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay. So that's what I think is going to happen.
Interesting.
And then also I do have another scribbling prediction.
Okay.
This whole thing with Penelope and the Queen, to me, I just can't get it out of my head. I just think it's such a cool dynamic.
It is.
And the way that the Queen is going to end up using Penelope as Lady Whistledown, like it's no longer pure. There's no long. I remember this scene in Battlestar Galactica when there is this rebellion, and the rebellion happens, and Gaeta is behind the rebellion, and all of a sudden, the whole, like, spoiler alert, they're all, like, the captains of all the other ships, they get killed by this one dude. And Gaeta said, why would you do that? You didn't need to do that. The truth was on our side. And he freaked out. Same thing here. The truth was on Penelope's side. Now, it no longer can be. Because in order for her to maintain her status as Lady Whistledown, she must please the Queen. She is now the Queen's tool. If she doesn't do what the Queen says, it's OVA. And I just think the problem that's going to happen is that she wants to control the narrative, the Queen does. But the more that she squeezes, it's like Leia in Star Wars. The more that you squeeze, the more that slips through your fingers. That's what's going to happen with the Queen and Lady Whistledown / Penelope. That's my thought.
I got to say something that is cool as a book reader, as I feel like many of our listeners are, is that the whole like Queen and Lady Whistledown bit, like that's different. Violet and her love story, that's different.
Yep.
So this is really, really cool. I as someone who knows the basic Benedict storyline, it's just fun for me to kind of see how these other aspects are going to go. So maybe in the future I will have scribbling predictions because there's a lot of characters that are not in line with the book.
What's Cho Chang's name again? Penwood?
Penwood. Like I said, just call her evil stepmother.
All right, evil stepmother. All right. Anything else for this episode, my darling?
No.
All right, let's close this bad boy out, shall we?
Yes.
Let's do it. Of course, everybody, thank you so much for taking the time to listen to this episode. And if you found anything that we said of any value, please do write in to us just write us in at maryandblakemedia@gmail.com or provide us a rating and a review, a written review, if you will, on Apple Podcasts. That is one way to help people understand this show, what we're about, your sentiments about what we talk about, and how we run our podcasts. And of course, one of the other things that I really would love for you to do is go to jointhenerdclan.com, become a member there where you will get many great things like early access to our podcasts, producers' notes, and the decisions that we made behind our notes and why we went certain directions in the show as we were on the mic as opposed to other directions, and many other great things like Blake's book club and hopefully even Mary's book club moving forward. And, just a whole bunch of other stuff.
Fun fact, if you're looking for a non-invasive wisteria, the type that I got is called Amethyst Falls. And it's a vine, but you can kind of twist it around itself so it can kind of become a tree. Oh. And then we're starting to string it like on the higher part of our house. They do sell out fast in the early spring. You do want to have one that's already growing. But that's the kind that I recommend. Amethyst Falls. It's beautiful.
All right. That's it. I think so.
Okay. As for now, ladies and gents, my name's Mary Larson.
My name is Blake.
Now go brew some more tea.